Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to like, follow, share, and to those that haven't subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe. I'm back. For those that have been following my channel, most of the time I've been talking about working on board cruise ships, everything about cruise ships. But as from 2023, I resigned from cruise ships. I've been in Zimbabwe since then. So this new venture, this new lifestyle that I've been living, I am going to be sharing with you guys because I know there's a lot of questions about how my life has been back in Zimbabwe. What have I been doing? Why did I leave cruise ships? So all those things I am going to be sharing with you guys. So today, let's jump into the main topic about my life back in Zimbabwe. How has it been like since I have from the time that I've moved back home? It's been a roller coaster. It's been a milestone for me to be here today. I even stopped my YouTube channel at one point because it's been hard. As we all know, data in Zimbabwe is very, very, very expensive. And to top it all, we moved to the rural areas. So it's not only expensive, but also very slow. So you will be trying to load a YouTube video. It will finish your data and you wouldn't have even, reached even 50% of the video loading. So it has been very, very challenging. And on top of that, very expensive. So that's what I'm here to share with you today. I know there's a lot of people that are thinking of coming home, people that are in South Africa, people that are actually working on board cruise ships because it's not easy. It's not easy, guys. When somebody came up with this quote to say there's no place like home, they were absolutely right. That's my own experience. There is no place like home. I might be facing all these challenges that I'm facing, but at least I have a peace of mind. We moved back in Zimbabwe 2020. I moved myself. My husband was in Zimbabwe way before me. I was still in denial. I kept going back to work. But 2023, I decided this is it. I am staying home and I'm never going back on ships. Let me battle it out. The way I have been battling it out there in the world, let me battle this beast called Zimbabwe and see if I'm going to win. Guys, I'm not David. I am not David. It has been a struggle. When I say I'm not David, I'm trying to refer David and the Goliath. The situation in Zimbabwe is Goliath. I am David. It has not been easy. When we moved in Zimbabwe, we settled in my husband's rural home. Mind you, I am a town girl. I'm not a rural girl. So to adjust from being a town girl, not only that, I left Zimbabwe 2008 when I was 19, coming back home permanently when I was 38, yes, 35, 38, yeah, somewhere there. Coming back home, imagine all those years away, trying to adjust. It was not easy. It was not easy at all. I've had days where I was hit with the depression, days where I really, really hated rural life because when we moved, it was a really, really a rural home. Like, there was nothing, really. There was absolutely nothing. No, coming from a place where you are getting water from a tap, there's electricity, coming from the ships, that nice life that you live there, all the lights and the pavements in Italy and the US, to come to a place which is dusty, there's no water, there's no lights, no electricity. You are cooking with a fire. You are living with animals like goats and cows and all. I mean, I love cow meat, I love beef, I love goat meat, but I have never really seen a cow alive or a goat. So to actually look at a cow or a goat in the face, and smell their dung and everything, it took me a while to eat the meat again. So or even to kill a chicken. I've never done that. But this life has been the life that I've been living since 2023. We had to really, really adjust. We had to really tie the belt. Every time people talk about saving money on board ships, all expenses paid for, blah, blah, blah. Guys, there's no such thing. Why do you think people keep going back? Because to actually save that money, it's very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult. You keep going back and you are hating the job, but you keep going back because you think, okay, maybe this contract I'm going to save. Maybe let me give myself 3 more contracts and I'm going to save. But that money never sits in that pocket. And when you are away, it's very hard to send money home and make people do things that you want. They always crook you, they always eat your money. So you find that stress of, being on top of the fence, of being at home, being on the ship, can really take its toll on you as a person eventually. So it took its toll on us. We realized that, we are never going anywhere if we keep doing this. It's either we just sit, build, do everything ourselves, and then we take it from there. So we've done that from 2023. We started building our house in 2021 when we got hit by COVID. That's when we started building our house. The good thing with being in the rural areas is that at least you get to do your own bricks. Things are a little bit cheaper, especially when it comes to the bricks. The cement is always the same price. And the labor as well is cheaper than those builders in town. But the time that you want your house to be done and the pace of the builders in Zimbabwe, on top of that, they are not trustworthy, they lie. And on top of that, they change their mind as well. Somebody can charge you a certain figure today, they eat the money, and then they come back and they want more money. Or they expect you to pay them a full amount before they even start building. And if you don't know, especially if you are used to people that are loyal out there, you pay your money in advance and then the people never show up for the job and you lose your money. So it is hell on earth trying to settle in Zimbabwe. If you've honestly been away for a very long time, you are going to get scammed till you learn, till you meddle with the traffic, then, know how they think, know how they operate. Once that happens, it's going to be smooth sailing for you. Like for us today, it's sort of smooth sailing for us because now we know their mentality. We know, the tricks of how to deal with them and everything. But before, that was not the case. Then we look at, I'm just going to cover everything in points. Then as we go in the future with our videos, I will explain everything in detail. Then we move into projects. When you are looking at projects, things to do. When you are abroad and you look at social media, people post a lot of things like, oh, it's so easy to do goats. It's so easy to do chickens. It's so easy to just do a hectare of maize or soya beans, or you do a hectare of cover. People are looking for vegetables. People are looking for chickens, meat, goats, and all these things. So you think that, when I go home, I'm going to buy goats, I'm going to do chickens and do vegetables. No one really points out the pros and the cons. So they only point out the pros, the good things, the money that you make, all those things, but no one really highlights the cons. The deeper ones, not those ones on the surface, the deeper ones that you face, the challenges that you face when you have chickens, the challenges that you face when you have goats. Yes, somebody can talk about the diseases that you face when you have chickens, that you need to keep them warm and everything. But do they tell you about the market? Do they tell you that it is so flooded that a chicken project is really, really undermined? They tell you that you make millions when you have chickens. Do they tell you that when you go to the butcheries, they weigh your chickens? Do they tell you the amount that they are taking your chickens per kg? All those things. And for you to actually make money with your chickens, what is the kgs that you are supposed to start from for you to see the profit? That's from my experience. I don't know how other people are doing it out there, But those are the challenges that people don't share with you. Those are the challenges that people don't tell you. So when we were out there, you're looking at the project of chickens, we were like, definitely, they say it's easy. We are definitely choosing chickens. We came back home, we did 500. 500, we had no experience, only the experience which you hear from people online. We didn't even know the reputable companies for you to buy proper chicks, the reputable companies for you to buy proper feed. We just went for anyone that we found in Harare, bought our chicks, we came with them home, built our fall run for the chickens. We put them there. We were doing a fire system where we were loading them these bauras with this charcoal. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare to keep up with the heat in that chicken coop. It was a nightmare, and we did it during winter. So to keep up, we were exhausted. We were exhausted. We were exhausted. The chickens never made it. I think we only left, out of 500, we were left with probably 150, which also never grew to the right size. They never made it to the right size. We didn't even know the right size. To us, we looked at the chickens when we thought, oh, okay, these chickens are actually the right size. Maybe we should kill and take them to the market. Yes, we had a very good friend of ours. At the time, he was not really a friend. We were not that close. He was just someone who opened these doors and said, okay, you can bring the chickens. We killed the chickens and we took them there, only for us to get there and the chickens were weighing less than a kg. To us, they looked okay, but when we got there and he was weighing them, they were weighing less than a kg. 100 chickens later. Secondly, we couldn't kill those chickens ourselves. We had to hire several people to come and help us. So the quality of the product as well was not, well done. It was not, we couldn't, we're not well prepared. So the presentation as well was poor. Some people overcooked the chickens. Some people, when they were removing the feathers, they were stripping the skin. So when we arrived with the chickens, it was disaster. The guy refused to take the chickens. We didn't have a fridge. It was the most devastating day for us. I remember us sitting in the car with the buckets full of chickens and we didn't know what to do with them, where to take them. We didn't have a fridge. And that was all our investment, all the little money that we had left, we had put in those chickens. So once again, guys, if you like and want to follow my story, please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to comment, ask me any questions. I'm more than happy to assist. If you are here still interested in the information about working on cruise ships, the link to my blog is in the description box. I now have a blog where I share all the links. I have a directory of all the cruise lines for you to be able to apply. I also have a weekly bulletin where I post all the current fresh vacancies that you can apply for. And then those that want to subscribe, I also have a Facebook channel where you can subscribe. It's more personal there. That's where I also post links. I also post current vacancies. So all those links are in the description box. So let's pick up where we left off about what happened with the chickens. We had a lady where we normally used to go and use the Wi-Fi at her house, and she was actually staying in the city further away from our rural home. So she had a fridge and she always used to help farmers, farm workers with exchanging money for them. So we decided that we were going to go and ask her if she can maybe sell the chickens for us. Of course, she did agree. She took all the chickens. But when we came back to get our money at the end of the month, again, it was another disappointing thing because we were only given I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was $10, I think. She claimed that the chickens were small, so she had to sell them $1. I think she said $1. So it was what it is. As I say, it is what it is. It was what it is. So we just accepted that fact. We accepted that fact that it was a loss. It took us a while to come back to do the chickens again. We were so scared. When you tell us about broilers, we were so scared. We had this massive chicken fowl run. Massive chicken fowl run, as you can see in the picture. Big chicken fowl run that can accommodate more than 500, almost 2,000 to 1,000 chickens. We were just living with it there. We decided maybe we can try to rent it out, but unfortunately, that's a story for another day. We decided maybe let's do poultry, let's do horticulture. That didn't work as well. So it has been a journey of 1,000,000 miles for us to survive Zimbabwe. One thing I want to advise everyone who is planning on coming home is, number one, follow my channel, follow my experience, because I am not a farmer with 10,000 chickens, with a land full of maize and harvesters and workers. It's just me and my husband. We have been sweating our asses off. We have no clue about farming, but we are learning as we go. So I'm sharing my journey, and I'm hoping that 10 years from now, when I look back at this video, I will laugh and say, wow, the improvements that I want to share with you guys, for those people that want to come to Zimbabwe, I want to inspire you, to show you that it is possible. It is hard because you will see it from us sweating, but it's possible. As it is right now, my husband is literally building a shop himself because we had hired someone to do it for us. It's basically just renovations, but it was a really horrible job that the guy did. Started demanding more money. And on top of that, this particular job was supposed to be done in a few days. It's been 2 weeks. So 2 weeks of the shop being closed, being renovated, and someone every day coming up with excuses of not coming to work, but always wanting to walk away with a certain amount of money, claiming they'll come back tomorrow to finish off the work. So it has been a journey, again, a journey of 1,000,000 miles for us to be able to survive in this lovely country that everybody else keeps running away from. But we decided to come and actually face it. So thank you so much for tuning in to my channel, guys. The story continues. I'll be sharing all the different projects that I've tried, failed. Some may have been a success. I think this year, I'm starting to see a bit of change. I'm starting to see a bit of doors opening. At one point, I'm not going to lie, I felt we had some sort of bad luck. But things are starting to shape up. Things are starting to there's a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel for us. So thank you so much for tuning in. Join me on my next video as I take you through our journey, our story, and don't forget to subscribe.